Hello, everybody. There we go. Was waiting for it to come up. All right. I hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're in the US and you chose to celebrate. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend if you didn't choose to celebrate Thanksgiving. Anyway, we had a good week. We got to eat dinner with friends on Thursday, a day of rest on Friday, and a family dinner with my parents and my sister and her family on Saturday. So we had a good one. Giving people a chance to find me just a second. Thank you for joining me. I am Brenda Sellers, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Knoxville, Tennessee. I absolutely enjoy stamping. So tonight I wanted to Thanksgiving is over. We're still thankful for everything we've always been thankful for, but let's make a Christmas card, a box, and a bag. I wanted to share a few little designs for packaging options, and you always toss a card in, so I wanted to include a card. I found this card idea on Pinterest. Imagine that, right? But wanted to share that and how to make a bag and a card. So let's share my screen. I've got them moved around in different spots and it's confusing me a little bit. So we'll start with the card because everybody knows cards are a little bit easier. And then we will graduate. I'm going to move my stuff out of the way a little bit. Okay. Now let's share screen. All right, it's doing it. And that will allow you to see what colors I'm using on this card. We are using the Merry Bold and Bright designer series paper, pieces from that. And we are using the Merry and Bright stamp set. So for the first card, or first project, I should say, and remember, with projects that I'm doing tonight, if you place a $35 order, I will send you the consumable materials in order to make it. And but you need to use the host code. And if you place a $50 order, I will toss in some bling. So let's get busy. All right, let's stamp first. I've already cut some of the paper. Oh, I know, please don't stroke out on me. This is not like me, right? I have cut our card base at 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4 and at 2 1/8. So let's move these ink pads out of the way. So then we will fold it. This is our card base. This is kind of a fun fold too. So you get that aspect. And then this front is scored in half. And we're just going to fold it back. All right. And then the designer series paper is cut at 2 by 5 3/8. I have a friend who does not like those measurements and calls them silly by silly. So he can call them that. That's okay. We are going to use them. And I need my silicone mat because it doesn't want to roll the ink or the adhesive. It's not ink, Brenda, it's adhesive. This will go down on the front flap. See, the backs of the designer series paper are perfect. Like that could be used for birthday, but so could this. So however you want to use the pack of paper, it's got Christmas lights on one side and stars and trees and such. And then the other side is also great for birthday. All right, there's that. So those pieces are out of the way. And then we're going to pull in a 4 by 5 1/4. And our paper piercing mat, because these are photopolymer stamps, we're going to stamp a little squiggly line down the side in Blueberry Bushel. Kind of building this card a little different than normal, but it'll make sense. I'm just getting the big pieces out of the way, basically. Let's put the big part down at the bottom. All right. And I got ink on my finger. Imagine that. I'm going to leave Blueberry Bushel open because they're going to use it again. I'll just lay that with the card. We'll assemble it since I've got these open in a minute. So let's pull in our piece of scrap. We are going to stamp one of the light bulbs in Blueberry Bushel. Gonna clean it. And then we're gonna stamp it in Poppy Parade. And I think I ordered me an ink refill for Poppy Parade because this one doesn't feel like it's very gushy. It's not. Let me see if I can get it darker. That's a little darker. All right, and clean it off so we don't forget and put our finger in it. And then we're going to stamp Mary in this Poppy Parade. I hope my ink refills get here quickly, because this one I probably won't be able to line back up. Okay. And then we are going to stamp, we're going to close Poppy Parade. We're going to stamp Christmas in Lemon Lime Twist. It's pulling in all those colors on that. And that one's bubbly. Oh, well, you can still read it. Now, I'm going to put that to the side. Scissors, actually paper trimmer. To use another time. Oh. I'm going to leave that one just like that. And Mary is crooked. So we're going to use our scissors. All right, I'm going to lay all my pieces on the card base so I don't lose the little guys. And now I'm going to pull in my mini cut and emboss machine. I've got the baby blue. plates. And we're going to layer a few of these pieces on here so we don't have to run it through so many. So we're going to do a light bulb, a topper, and a piece of silver foil for the filament. The only one I had to really be worried about making sure it stayed in the right place was the light bulb. And it did. That there. Oh, I should have put adhesive on the back of that. What was I thinking? I wasn't, obviously. All right, so our blue bulb, I'm going to put it through first so that it stays in place. Our topper. And I need another piece for the filament. Oh, that's and I just kind of lay it on there, pinch it tight, fold it, and turn. And again, that green is okay as long as it's all on the piece of paper because it's not really technically cutting out an image. It's just giving me a topper. This little guy can go back on its shelf. I'm going to put the dies over there. These two pieces can go there. Here's my toppers. But you know, my hair started to bug me again. Let's pop it in a pencil. All right. If your foil stays stuck in your die, pop it on the table and it comes right out. That can go there. And now I have all my pieces of filament. So let's, oh, I need one more piece cut out. Sorry, little guy, you weren't finished yet. And I don't think that'll fit through the mini. So let's grab big one. This cutting using the colors and contours. And stack your sandwich appropriately. I had too many plates. Like, why won't that fit through? Because I had the embossing plate on there as well. Now, I think we're ready to assemble our card. My hair's falling out of its pencil. Yes, that is the, I've used the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the large one and the mini machine, on my cards tonight. And hi, Debbie. I'm glad I can see comments because I like answering questions if I can. All right, let's assemble our card. Again, I've got the base cut. I've already put the designer series paper on. Let's go ahead and put some adhesive in here and put this guy on. Kind of center it up. Make sure you've got about the same amount of space on two sides, and then you'll know what's right on the other two. And this, we're going to assemble our little pieces. I'm going to go ahead and put this basic white. That needs to be slivered just a little bit. I just want it to fit between the stitch. And now it will. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And honestly, I love the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines. The ones that I have seem to roll very easy. I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on half of this guy and stick him to the front. Kind of centered-ish. And now I'm going to put the light bulbs on. I'm going to go ahead and put the red, the Poppy Parade on the bottom, since it's a little not as stark. And then our topper. You could use dimensionals if you wanted to. I'm choosing not to because the card's already going to have a little bit of bulk to it going through the mail. And like I have learned recently, it depends on who is standing at the counter as if it costs extra. And I'm going to put this one right here. His little topper. And now Christmas is going to go I'm going to put Christmas right here. And I am going to use dimensionals for the words. And I'm going to use the edge of my dimensionals because it gives it more support for a long, skinny one like this. Right there. And remember, no piece of my dimensional stuff goes unused. Every little piece, I'm going to put Mary right there. Okay. Christmas needs to come back up. I forgot my filament. There we go. And then I'm going to grab, I'll just use glue again. Thought I had my green glue in here, but apparently I left it in my workroom. There we go. That adds some sparkle. Oh, you did find me, Audra. All right. So there is, oh, that's crooked. How on earth did I get that crooked? If I'd have used green glue, that would have twisted. Hopefully nobody notices. All right, there's that card. So now let's make a box. So I have a pattern that I found from the Paper Pixie. And so I'm going to follow it. She starts with a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. And we are going to cut this 6 3/8. Oh, got to move the arm out. And then I've got stuff over here in the way. All right, there's 6. There's half. Here's my cheater pumpkin eaters. So I need to cut it 6 3/8 on this side first. Okay. All right. I just gotta, these fractions on here are not my forte. If somebody's got an easier way to do that, let me know. All right. And then this piece is cut at 8 inches. That way you're not wasting parts of this. And then this piece, that's our bottom of our box, is cut at 2.5 by 4 1/8. And then this is 6 by 2 3/8. Yep. 4 3. And then this is extra for whatever kind of embellishments you want. So on this piece, which is our box, we are going to score it at on the 6 3/8 side, we are going to score it at 1 5 3/8. One, 5 3/8. I scored it on the wrong sides. Okay, here's 1 inch. And 1 inch. And then on this side, it is scored at 1 inch, which I did. And then we need to come over at 3.5 and score it again. We'll see if that one is bad. Probably is. We'll cover it up. And 4.5. And 7. Yep, that one I'll know to cover it up. All right, and so now what we do is lay this to the side. And we are going to cut here. Haven't made one of these boxes in a while. And then we're going to cut here. And I'm kind of mitering the smaller pieces, the little flaps. And that just means cutting a little triangle. And see that score line, I'll be able to cover up with a piece of designer series paper. And do the same thing on the other side. That one straight. That one at an angle. Angle. Straight. And then that stuff to the side, this is where you just fold it. And fold it. And I am going to grab some green glue. So when you fold this up, it's going to go like this. And we're going to cut a little notch right here with our heartfelt hexagon. Make a little indentation in the middle. So now green glue goes on the little flaps. Oh, that's gushy. That's not good. Scrap. Hold your sides together. That's why I wanted these pieces to be a little straight so that, oh. Add another little dot down here. And then we're going to add dots to these little flaps. And just give them a pinch for a minute. Oh, am I back, Audra? It doesn't look like it's froze for me. And now we are going to cut some designer series paper for our top and our bottom. And it needs to be 2 3/8 by 4 1/4. And we're going to use this fun. I've got a piece. Not wide enough. Let's do 2 3/8. It froze for you, but I'm back. Okay. I think I know what happened and I won't do that again. And now 4 1/4 times 2, 1 for the top, 1 for the bottom. Because we're covering our little goof. And then you can add a tag. You could add whatever else you wanted. Let's put some adhesive on here. You can see that score line. And now you can't. And I think that needed to be a little bit longer, but it'll work. And again, you can embellish it with a tag, whatever, a bow around it. And this piece that I cut over here can be scored along the 4 1/8 side, gets scored at 3/4. One 5/8. And 2 1/2. And then up, down, and down. And this one gets scored at 2 5/8. Three 1/2. And 4 3/8. And this is going to go up. So that comes these ways. Burnish these folds. That designer series paper is Merry Bold and Bright. It's in the current mini catalog. With the stamp set that's Merry and Bright. With the light bulbs and stuff, Christmas lights. So now I'm going to put a dab of glue in there. And a dab of glue in this one. Put the lid on it before it gushes, because that's a new bottle. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. And now I'm going to open my box. And now you can't see the insert in the bottom, or the score line in the bottom. And there we go. And I usually put a thing of Altoids, which won't be here till tomorrow, hand sanitizer, and chapstick. Or you can leave the inserts out and make it be whatever you want it to be, whatever your gift needs it to be. So there's our box. And again, you can find those directions from the Paper Pixie. And now for the grand finale. Yes, I think I have time to do it. Let's do a bag. And let's see if I can remember the instructions. We are going to wing it. I think. This paper is also from that. And there's the back side. So when you're scoring your paper for a bag, you need to pay attention if you have a pattern that is directional. So we do. So when it folds down, we want this to be the top. So let's get started. I am going to score it. This is the top. I'm going to score that at 2 inches. Think 2 inches. Where's my bags? Nope, at 1 inch. Yes, 1 inch. Hope I don't mess this up. And then this is going to be, that's the top, 3, 3, 3. All right, that folds over because I want the polka dots to be on the outside. And then, yep, I did it right. Let's see if we can do this one. That one, I think, let me find my instructions. Hang on 1 second. All right, I want the instructions. Haha. See, when you can't find it or remember for sure, you can always go to Google. And that took me to the wrong one. I know she has a 3x3 bag. Yep. More. The paper pixie is awesome, but I wanted to show you how to do it. Oh, wrong bag. She's got all kinds of them. So let's just keep on trucking. So this is going to fold down. And so it needs to be on this side. Okay, so 1 inch. For some reason, I think this piece is supposed to be cut smaller. But we're just going to go 3 by 3s all the way around. So 3, 3, 3, and 1. And for bags, you want to use tear and tape or your green glue or the combo. Okay, we're done with that. Scissors. We are going to cut down here. I'm going to get my bigger scissors. It's hard to see that score line, but I'm going to try to stay straight on it up to the other score line. And then diagonal. Same over here. Can you see it right there? Just having it that big on both pieces is going to reinforce the bottom so that your stuff don't fall out. Go ahead and score. Fold that. You could cut that off, but I kind of want it tucked in so that you don't see the so it doesn't have an edge. Fold this up. This gets folded on the score line. And this one comes over. Like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on. Oh, where's my new roll? It is. Actually, I just got a new roll out. Where did I put it? Can't have too many rolls of glue. Oh, that's the one that was open. I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the bottom of these flaps right here. And then I'm going to go like that. So I need adhesive on this side and this side. I kind of fold it up. I need to put some adhesive out here so that it can hold that. All right, now here we go. Run it down the side. The important part to remember is it goes on the inside of one of your bag pieces and then it goes on the outside of the other piece because they're going to slide together. Burnish that down. Go ahead and take this off and make your little half bag. Make this be a little taller so you can see. Let's set this piece out of the way so we can work on this guy. We'll go ahead and put some adhesive out here. And I'm going to go ahead and fold this one before I cut. Fold. Fold. That'll help you see the lines better. Then open it back up and fold this up. And now we're going to do the same cuts. I'm going to try to keep this one straight up to that score line. I'm glad this one's going to go on the inside. All right. So once this is folded, I'm going to slide this down inside that other box. So let's take this adhesive off. And now it gets adhesive right here. The easiest way to practice on bags is your 12 by 12 paper that is not your favorite patterns. And go ahead and make them be your practice pages. I'm lining up those corners. Actually, I'm lining up the edge of the paper because we didn't cut that, remember? All right. And now I should have put my adhesive right there before I folded that in. I do this every box I make. Every box I make. Let's do the same thing over here. All right. And now to get the sticky off my finger. You can burnish it like this. Okay, so we're going to slide our boxes together. Just like that. So I'm going to take this piece of adhesive off the outside and this one off this outside. And I'm going to squeeze them in because I don't want them sticking just yet. Yep, this one should have been cut just a smidge smaller. And now bring it out to the edge. This is where you would have used a little wedge kind of thing in your score pal or scoreboard. And then reach in there and peel that piece off. And this one is a little taller on this side. Apparently, I didn't get it down far enough, but it's glued, so it ain't coming. It's not coming up. And then if you want to, you can pinch the top of your bag. Just like that. And fill it with whatever treat you want. Or hang a little, I need some adhesive out here. Hang on. Let's do the same thing. Yeah, this side got off. That's all right. A little kid won't recognize it, right? They're more about what goes inside. And I've got a birthday coming up in January. So, but that makes your bottom of your box be about 3. It is 3 inches by 6 inches. So this one that I slid inside should have been jigged over just a little bit. So let me, again, you can embellish it with whatever you want. Bag, box, and card. All from the same set of designer series paper. How about that? All right, stop screen sharing. All right, thanks for watching. This did take the whole hour. So glad I got in here and got it done. I will post pictures and I will try to link to the box and the bag pattern in the comments on in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope that you had a great week. Remember, if you want to place an order, I'll send you the consumables. So you'll get 2 pieces of 12 by 12 designer series paper and the designer series paper and the cardstock to make these. You'll need your own stamps. All right. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye for now. You're very welcome.